Yes, sir. It's your boy Hayes. We back with another one. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Before we do that, let's give this video a thumbs up. If not, you already know. Also, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell so you'll be alerted every time I post a new video. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. I'm gonna give you guys the hot plays going into tomorrow. Fridays, I call them 1000% Fridays. Why? Because historically, judging by the previous Fridays for the past few months, even though we is into a new year now, so we got to see is the algorithm still on the same frequency as it was in 2025. Usually each Friday, sometimes Thursday, you'll have the main stocks that I'll be watching: Tesla, Meta, Coinbase, SPY. You have something that do 500,000% returns, because on Friday implied volatility is very high. Also time decay with theta and delta, all that going into play. If you got contracts expiring that same day, the pressure on those contracts is going to be immense. So that's what's going to, give you hundreds of percent return. Just as much as you can make a lot, you can lose a lot. But with the strategy and doing it correctly, by aiming small, missing small, turning a small amount into a large amount, but not trying to turn a large amount into even a large amount, because it's good and you comfortable, everything is intact, like far as your emotions and everything. If you try and turn $200 into $2,000 on a Friday, rather than trying to turn 2,000 into 20,000, it depends on where you at though. If you in your life to where you already up a significant amount of money, 2,000 may be minimum to you. It depends on where you at, and use that same perspective to apply to your life. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Great day today. I made a mistake, even though I made money. You gotta be conscious of whenever you make money when you didn't really deserve to make it, whenever you didn't follow your rules correctly. So right here, I did about $400 in 20 minutes. But the thing is, I was oversized. I actually went through a drawdown before recovering. And it's just like, that was a lot of mistakes. For one, I should have cut losses quicker. If I cut losses, I would have avoided the drawdown, and I'd have been even up more by buying at a discount. I probably made $1,000 instead of 400, right? As well as sizing in too quickly. I want to size in after I get confirmation. Most people, they size in on losing plays. They down. They're like, oh, I know this is going to work. I know it's going to come back. Let me add to it. I'm going to make more when it turn around. Down even more. Oh, let me add to it. Got to turn around. Shit never turn around. You down a lot of money. But whenever it's reversed and you making money from a play and it's going up, guess what happened? You sell it too soon. Oh, let me go ahead and take profits. And then after you sell it, it continued to run without you, and you just did the opposite. So you was willing to add to a losing play that was bleeding your account. But whenever it's winning, you making money, you second guessing and selling too soon instead of adding to a winning position. Make it make sense. That's why I said a lot of this is more psychological than anything. But let's go ahead and continue. I learned from that. Tomorrow we want to be more smarter. But yeah, congratulations, we won. But like I said, I'm not really over the top about making money by breaking rules. Stock futures are a little changed ahead of jobs report, potential tariff ruling. Live update: stock futures were near flat Thursday night ahead of key job reports and a potential U.S. Supreme Court ruling on tariffs. So let's get into the plays for tomorrow. I will be watching Tilray Brands. It reported earnings. At the close on the day, Tilray reported Q2 2026 results. After the bell today, the company reported improvements at the top and bottom of the income statement compared to the same period last year. So that's pretty good for Tilray. Overall marijuana sector, we know Trump is with this as well. So I'll be watching marijuana sectors closely in 2026. I don't really play earnings anymore. Like I said, you need to write down what you're good at, what you're not good at, and it'd be a lot of unnecessary money lost doing earnings. You know what I'm saying? Trading should be bored. You shouldn't be having fun. If you're having too much fun, you probably just losing money. But once it becomes bored, it becomes a system, it becomes like an algorithm, that's when you're really making money. Now let's take a look at a 981. That's what Tilray ended at. Tilray, I got my notes jotted down to keep it smooth and simple. You got 981 that it was trading at. The support for Tilray is $9.72. If 972 breaks on tomorrow, I'm looking for decline back down to $9. But if Tilray holds support at 972, I'm looking for a run up towards $11, right around $11. And if it's very bullish, we could possibly see more. But I think it's going to be pretty much mediocre. Next, we got my baby, Coinbase. Coinbase sitting at $247.36. pretty much a flat day to day. Overall, crazy volatility though with SPY, Meta, Coinbase, Tesla, crazy spikes up, crazy spikes down all day long. Boom, 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 boom. That's the market for you. That's crazy. But I'm just in real time seeing it is even crazier. I'm like, yeah, this is crazy. But anyway, let's take a look at it though. Coinbase, $246.76. We got support around 244, and support is a little iffy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these stocks all over the place right now. But as far as like short-term support, what I'm looking for is around 244. So if 244 breaking on Coinbase, is going to break down to around 238, 237 range. But if support is held, we want to go up and test resistance at 250. 250 is broken on tomorrow. Coinbase is going to fly. Fly, baby, fly. And especially if Bitcoin obviously have to be in sync with it as well and doing this thing. So that's why I'll be looking for support. 244, break below, puts. I won't necessarily do puts though. I'm more biased on the call side because I don't feel as if it still got room to fall, but it's more upside potential than downside potential. So even if, you know, it does end up being a put play, I wouldn't play it because of the risk reward. Like I don't feel like it's enough money to make on the put side rather than on call side. I would rather just buy puts on SPY, the overall market, if it end up being a put day. We don't know though. I'm just letting you know the plan. We don't know what's going to happen. Like I say, go with the flow of the market, go with what's in front of us. It's a brand new year. We definitely don't really want to care about our opinion, what we think. We want to know what the market does and be prepared at each level to react. So anyways, let's go ahead and continue. Next, we got Tesla. Tesla sitting at $435.47, up $4.43 today. So the levels I'm gonna be looking at for Tesla is support at 432. Tesla support is broken at 432. The next level is 429, then 426. And then for the upside potential, what we want to see is a resistance. Is that resistance broken at around 436, 437? And if it is, Tesla can move up to around 440, 443, and then 453. And these are, you know, keeping it light. On a Friday though, I won't be surprised like we see these individual plays up 10, 15, maybe even $20 in a single day. That's usually how the Fridays perform. Like I say, in the new year, we got to see how it does. Last but not least, we got Meta. Meta sitting at $645. Support around 644. If support is broken at 644, Meta can move down towards 641, then 636. Then for the upside potential, we got resistance at 647, 647. If that's broken, we could see Meta move towards 652, 657, 654. That's keeping it light. Like I said, if we have one of those Fridays, Meta oversold, we could see $20, $30 in a single day. I don't like to overhype nothing though. That's just expectations for that is likely to happen though, judging by history on how these stocks perform on a Friday. So anyways, as well, I'll be watching SPY in the AI sector. I'm not going to give you the points, the resistance support points on AI, that's Palantir, HIMS, Oracle, you know, the whole 9 AMD. I'll be watching that sector as well, how it sold off today. The market like to be back and forth too, sell off one day, the next day is up. After that, sell off like back and forth seesaw. So AI kind of sold off today. So going to tomorrow, it could possibly be up. So I'm gonna be watching that sector hard as well. You already know what to do. I love y'all. AgWolf on Instagram at the BHayshow_. Feel free to hit me up for a one-on-one. Anything like that, feel free to join VIP. Go to the home page. Third tier give you access to every single play we get in and out of. The last tier exclusive, access to the plays plus me for help, anything like that. I love you. We out and God bless you.